Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Wiley.
Good morning, and welcome to Toronto. Toronto is a global hub that brings together people, ideas, and passions to transform lives and create opportunity. It's fitting that we gather here to talk about how associations exist to do those same things. I hope your views from the Six over the next few days even might give Drake some material for his next track. Now, I know some of you are thinking, who is Drake and what is the Six? I gotcha. Toronto native Drake is the most streamed musician on the planet. Simply stated, his music is hot. This year alone, he has dropped an album, he's toured the world, and he's inked deals with the likes of Apple, Sprite, and Nike. Now, whether you know or like his music, chances are you know someone who does. The Six is his shout out to the city of Toronto as identified by his hometown's two major area codes, 416 and 647. Much of his most recent album features references, both subtle and not, to his upbringing here and the people, ideas, and passions that transformed his life and created opportunity for him. It's clear Toronto is what inspires him. What inspires you? What moves you to act? What causes your heart to beat faster? What drives you to seek what others say is not attainable? Together, at this annual meeting, I hope all that inspires can be all that we share with one another. We know that inspirations are often the basis for breakthrough thinking and transformative action. This annual meeting promises to deliver that and more. Hopefully, it will also deliver someone with a selfie stick to our CEO as well. Now, it has been my honor and my privilege to serve as the ASAE chairman this year. It has been a year of surprises, setbacks, and successes. A year where for every challenge we encountered, there were opportunities to seize and leaders among us who found new opportunities to create. It's been a year that has shown the louder the voices, the stronger the community. Your voices in this community have been what inspired me. What inspires me is an association community that demonstrates how its values and its policies align. So often we get wrapped in the comfort of sharing the program highlights, the revenue growth, or who the keynote speaker we secured is. Those are great scores to share. They're easy to identify and often without any angst from those hearing the news. This year, though, we have been moved. No, we have been inspired to act, to lead from the front with clarity and conviction, to stand firmly and speak with one voice that associations, we exist to bring people together. And part of bringing people together is coming together. I am proud to be a part of a community whose policies and values align, and to stand with those who make our community great, people. And let's be clear, this means standing with the people who've always stood with us, the people we count on to make our meetings happen, those we see when we plan them and those we will never see, but whom without no meeting experience would be possible. Simply stated, we are at our best when we are both smart and open. Courage and leadership also embraces innovation and risk. What inspires me is when associations exhibit these traits and go big and go bold. As opportunities for change flood the learning environment, the time is now for this profession to take a giant leap into the future and fuel a passion for learning. With an increasingly complex global business environment, learning must adapt and evolve to support high-performing professionals who serve their organizations and members with unequaled rigor and expertise. While no one knows what technologies will awe or amaze in a decade or two, data demonstrates that nothing motivates and engages learners like meaningful, purposeful experiences. This year, we have seen this type of innovation and risk up close with the launch of XDP and the broader exploration of the future of learning in our space. And we are just getting started. Now, in a time when chaos seems to be overwhelming everything in our world, sometimes it's easy to lose sight of how important the work we do is. We cannot let that happen. Associations have a powerful story to tell, and it is in this story that our greatest moments live. In these moments, associations have inspired researchers and scientists to identify breakthroughs that have and continue to shape humanity. In these moments, associations have forged global alliances that create a unified profession, both old and new. And in these moments, associations bring together the fiercest of competitors under one umbrella to speak clearly, stand firmly, and mobilize powerfully to ensure that the interests of all can rise above the noise of a few. Our story is made up of moments. These moments are written, told, and exemplified by each of you. These moments inspire greatness and good. These moments inspire movements. They have helped a next generation of leaders become our now generation of makers. And these moments inspire people to act, to persevere, to go farther than they thought they could, and to be more than they or anyone else believed that they would. These moments are born of inspiration, and these inspirations are the stories of our associations. Now, I want to tell you a story for a moment, but before I do that, I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize the people who helped make my story possible. So many of us come to this meeting and recognize the ASAE staff that we work with here and we see here and thank for all the work they do. They take our best ideas, and sometimes, let's be honest, our not so best ideas, and make things happen. Many of them you will see here, many more you will not. I have been in awe of them this entire year, and I am so proud to be your colleague. At the same time, I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the people back in my own team at the Ohio Society of CPAs who've made so much possible for me. They're the disruptors in a profession, quite frankly, that would prefer not to be disrupted. They're the people who I can count on to call me on my merde. For any of you who speak French in the audience, you'll know what that means. Luckily, my 10 and 8-year-old don't, and that's a good thing. And speaking of them, my wife and 2 kids are here today. And not only are they what, but they are who inspire me every day. And I love you guys, and I could not do this without you. So the story. Aubrey Graham. Aubrey Graham was born in Toronto on October 24th, 1986. Aubrey's dad, Dennis, is an African American, a native of Memphis, Tennessee. His mother, Sandy, is a Jewish Canadian. His interest in performing began at an early age. Now, many people know Aubrey by his given stage name. You might have guessed it, Drake. Drake is catapulted into stardom not only as an artist, but as a cultural maven, sharing the story of the thriving music scene here in Toronto. He has built an all-encompassing lifestyle brand, including his own clothing label, record company, and annual music festival. Drake has reached great heights in recent years, and he continues to create and dominate the global market. And as Drake says, it's about the experience. If they aren't talking about it in 5, 6, 7 days, or if people don't remember it for years to come, then I haven't done my job. I'm going to find out what comes after this, but there's definitely another evolution. For associations, it's all about the experience. If our people don't remember it, then we haven't done our job. Let's find out together what comes after this and make it an inspired evolution of the association community. Thank you very much.